Hello everybody, I'm Randall R. And this guy Eratosthenes erected a pole in Alexandria. Well, what was he doing in Alexandria if he was a Greek? And this Eratosthenes seems to have the attributes of a Ben Franklin and others. He was an expert at everything, philosophy, math, and music, that kind of thing. So he was an expert. How does everybody know that? And what was he doing in Alexandria on the summer solstice anyway? But something people fail to realize about this, well, you could be on a grade and not know it, which would skew your results, like a long slope or grade in the ground. So let's go to balloon footage, okay? I have found a playlist here of like footages and videos. This one is supposedly at 106,000 feet, which is how many miles? About 10 miles, right? Somewhere, give or take. Around 10 or 11 miles, I think. So this is 10 or 11 miles up. Let's go into 3D here. I have in here a sphere, which is actually 3,959 miles in radius, and it's zeroed out, so it's level with the camera. I have the camera, we'll put it back down to 0. So that's the horizon on the sphere. And this is a disk, which I have at 10,000 miles radius. And we can't see that till we go up at least a mile, I think. Oops, wrong one. I moved the camera up a mile, and now we'll see it. So let's go to about 10 miles on the disk, 15. You don't see the horizon move. It actually meets the eye. The horizon meets the eye. Now, when you do that on a sphere, let me put the camera back down, we don't get the same result. See, when you go up in the camera on a sphere, the horizon falls away. So when we get to 10, 15 miles, the horizon should be below level frame of the camera, if you can find out where level is with the camera. Nobody seems to put a level with their camera so you can get an accurate measurement or reading. So if 3D testing shows that if you go up on a big ball like the Earth, 10 to 15 miles, well, the camera should read the horizon dropping away from you, as it's demonstrated right here. See, we go back down to the Earth, and as we go up, if the camera stays level and horizontal, why the horizon falls away, doesn't it? And if we do it on a disk, why the horizon always meets the eye. You got to go up really, really high for that horizon to start dropping. As high as the ISS. We're as high as the ISS. So if that's the height of the ISS, well, all your pictures should be about that altitude. Except that's what we get. And we can turn the camera down and show you. So if you're at ISS and in a camera looking down 20 degrees, well, that's how much curvature you should see on the ball. That's how much curvature. Now, when I match this to actual NASA footage, it doesn't match up because I've done it before. So most of the time, NASA's footage shows much more curvature than there should be. That's why I know it's fake somehow, because it doesn't match a recreated scene. This, for all intents and purposes, is a recreated scene. Let's put the camera back down and try that again. So if we go up on the disk, oops, I got the camera down angle. Miles, well, the horizon always meets the eye. Well, that's what exactly seems to happen in this footage, unless we have some way of measuring the level of the camera. That way we know the camera is still level from where it took off at. And once we can establish that, then we can establish if there is curvature there or not, if there is earthfall, or if the horizon meets the eye. Because if the horizon meets the eye, then it's not a sphere. I don't care what anybody says, what shadow test they use. If the horizon meets the eye level as you go up 10 to 15 miles, well, the horizon meets the eye means you're not on a sphere. If the horizon falls, then you are on a sphere. When will somebody do that test? I don't know. But honestly, it's not our job to debate pseudoscience in the first place, because I do believe God's word and what it says. And honestly, that globe and gravity doesn't add up to what God said in Genesis. Thanks for watching, everybody.